Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm gonna show you how to mix and master an instrumental. I made an instrumental which is Unappreciated Angel. You can check it out. It is at the top of the channel. So I'm gonna show you what I did to it, how I started making it, and how I mastered it in Cubase 5. So I'm gonna open up. Then I'm gonna go to files and then go to Unappreciated Angel. Just wait for it to load, and then I'm gonna show you how I made it. I'm gonna go to pattern number 1. So the first thing that I did was to make a kick, and I made this. So this is just a simple kick. I just played it. Let me just take it out so I show you guys. I can take it out like this. Then before I started making it, I made sure that I set up my tempo. My tempo is on 95. You never make an instrumental without setting up your tempo. So I set up my tempo. Then I also turned on the metronome so that I can follow it up like this. So I started doing like this. So like this. Like this. Simple, just like that. Then the second thing that I did was to bring in this this. Let me take out my metronome. It's a hat, and the sample is I got this sample from JEB, and from my samples, this is the one right here. So I just loaded it in, and then this is how it sounds like. It's just played in 4. So what I basically did, what I did was let me take this out. So I just right clicked and then went to a few 4 steps, just like that. And this is how it sounds like with the kick turned on. So that is how that is how simple it is. Then number 3, I added in a snare, and I got my sample is from Afro Samples JB, and then I got JEB snare 6. Then I just loaded it up, and then this is how it sounds like. So just like that, just like this. And then number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, I added in a snare. It's more like a clap. It's a clap. This one right here. Let me solo it up. Yeah, just a clap, just to make it a little bit heavier. And then this also, I got it from my samples, JB snares. So this is where I got it. And then I added in this other one right here, a more louder clap, so to make it heavier. So it's like 1, 2, 3 backings, they are supporting each other. I just played in just this simple clap, a kick, and put a hat, snare, then a clap, a low clap, then a much louder clap. Basically, this is all I did concerning drumming. And then I'm gonna unlock and solo all these. Then number 2, in pattern number 2, I played in Nexus. As you all know, I'm a lover of Nexus, so I played in Nexus, and this is my sample. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. So this is in arpeggios, After Midnight 1. This is the one that I picked. Then I reduced the pre-delay. I turned off the delay. I took the reverb from whole to room. Then I mixed it a little bit to about 45, and just that. And then I reduced the pitch. Here is how it sounds like on a normal play, like when I played it in normal ways like this. Then watch as I reduce the pitch. Oops. So a lot of producers, you don't really, I don't really like original sound. So even a lot of producers, what they do is they just try to turn down the pitch or turn it up a little bit just to change the sound, just to make it cooler and more, nicer. So I turned down the pitch to negative 200 cents, and this is how it sounds like. The number next, I used pattern number 3. I used Nexus again. Then I went to plucked. I used digital xylophone, and this is how it sounds like. I pitched it down to my pitch. I took it down to negative 200. Even this one, I had to pitch it. This is how it sounds like played in pitch. Without pitch, I'm gonna take it to normal, like the normal way, the way I played it. With pitch, so I brought it down. Then next I played in Nexus again. That is pattern number 5. This is what I played. I'm gonna let you guys listen to it. This is what I used. I used piano, then I used Piano Nebula from Nexus, and then my pitch. This is how it sounds like when it's normal. I'm gonna pitch it now. Yeah, it's like goes back into slow motion. Great sound. So next I used Nexus again, number 6, and then I used epic pads, and then I went to Floating Away. Then I also turned down the pitch. I brought it down to negative 200. Without the pitch, this is how it sounds like. Pitched. Just to change the sound. Then next I used number 7. I used DSK dynamic guitars. What a great guitar, and I recommend you getting this one. It's free, so you can get it anywhere. So I used this one. Then I also pitched, in fact I pitched everything to negative 200 just to make my sound unique and better. So I used dynamic guitars from DSK, and then I pitched it. This is how it sounds like. Ups. This is how it sounds like. Yeah, just that. Then next I use hypersonic. Then I played in a sub bass, and then I pitched it also to negative 200. So this is how it sounds like. My bass, this is how it sounds like. All right, the next I used I think that is my last. So basically these are the things that I used. Then with the settings, I went to view mixer right here. Then I just changed something concerning the DSK dynamic guitars. I wanted it to sound a little bit different, so I added in a fruity stereo enhancer just to enhance it a little bit. So I put it on default, and then I added a compressor just to compress the sound a little bit, and this is what I did, just a little bit of about 349 in this area, then also this area about 391, somewhere there, just a compressor, and then my ratio set to 0 ratio, and then my threshold set to 38. Then basically that's what I did to this one, to the DSK dynamic guitar. Then to the bass line, I added in this from I think this is a Goodies or something like that from FL Studio. Then I turned it down a little bit just to give my guitar that punch. Then Nexus, I put in Sound Goodies, the same thing. I reduced it really like low, and then I added in a multi-band compressor. Then I compressed it. Then I added in fruity parametric EQ just to raise it up a little bit, because it's like, you know, when I listened to it, I didn't like much of how it was sounding, so I had to change it a little bit. This is what I'm talking about right here, right? This one right here. So this one I had to add in the Sound Goodies, fruity multi-band compressor, fruity parametric EQ. The reason is because I wanted this to be raised up. Let me switch off the parametric. Listen to it. It's a little bit, it has no body, so I wanted more body like this. I wanted more body. So, and then Nexus, I just added a fruity stereo enhancer default, just to the default one is really nice. It just comes the way it is, and then just with its own spicing. So basically that is what I did to the instrumental. Then concerning plays, these are just simple. There are simple plottings, and though I use the keyboard, and then these are just full chords. These ones right here, they're just full chords. I'm gonna unsolo these. So these are just full chords. A little bit of a low, just to give my strings that power. Yeah, I didn't want to just play it just like this. I wanted it to have more power. Yeah. Then concerning these other ones, like this, a simple one. No, actually with this one I had to mix it a little bit. I had to put the mix on about 57 somewhere there. Then the pre-delay, I took it out. Then I also took out I put it on delay ping pong, and then the feedback I had to take it to 3 so that doesn't have much of the feedback. This is how it sounds like done and finished in here, not mastered but just mixed and balanced. Let me show you how I balanced it. My kick, I set it to about 74. My heart, I set it to about 77. Then my snare to about 63%. Then this one to about 61. So I balanced this area. Then also I had to do a little bit of balancing on these two, and then from there I didn't do much. Then I want to show you this effect, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one. It's actually a shaker from some African samples. It's a shaker, and for it to be in the same tempo with my song, I had to stretch it, time stretch it like this. Watch what's happening. So I had to time stretch it until it fit with my tempo. Then that's basically what I did to it. Then I also got this one right here, this one. Oops. This one right here. I also have this one right here. This one right here. It's just a sample. It's just a sample from one of my Afro samples. Yes, just a sample. It's a great sample. It's just like a raw in. Just make it have a raw in, and yeah, just for it to be better. And then this is how it sounds like when mixed in FL20. So this is what I did, and once I was done, just close it. Then I opened up Cubase. I exported a WAV file. I exported it in WAV format. Then once it was exported on my desktop, then I took it to Cubase. I just opened up, for example, let me just do this. Where is that thing? So I just like opened up Cubase. Just wait for it to load. So right now my Cubase is opened up. So I just got the WAV file, which I exported from FL20. Then I just brought it to Cubase 5, and then I loaded it there. Then I went to my Open Mixer. Then I added I went to mastering, my mastering plugins, and the first thing that I added was a limiter from FabFilter. Then I put my settings on 2.2, and then plus 2.2. Then the second thing that I added was isotope ozone 7, and then I used this preset right here, all, you go to all, then you go to increase presence. Then this one I just took it out. I muted this one. I muted exciter because I don't want it to get excited, to get that excitement. There are no vocals. And then I put maximizer on 4.0 simply because I was gonna put more volume using Unappreciated. So I'm gonna, then I loaded Unappreciated stereo. Yeah, I put my settings to my low on 6. Then my magic, I had to turn it off for now. Today I turned it off because there are no vocals in there. Then my pusher, I raised it to about 3. Then my high, I put it to about 3.1. Then whenever you turn off the magic, it turns off the stereo because these two work together. Then I raised the body to about 6.5, and then basically this is what I did to the mastering, concerning mastering. And then from there, you know, I went to a file and then I exported it. Now exporting, I had to export it again in a WAV format, and I exported it in a WAV format, and then I took it back to FL Studio 20, and I opened up FL Studio 20, and then very important because there is something that I want to show you guys. Then I once it was opened up, let's say I'm using a wrong file, I've just opened it up again. So once it was opened up, I went to the mixer, then I loaded in what is called a Z game editor, so that I can have I can change the background. Like I can have this let me show you something, so that I can have this effect, video effect. Let me just go to presets, then I'm gonna choose this one, so that I can have this effect like this. So this is done in FL20, yeah. And then from there I went to export video. Then I just exported it YouTube HD 1920 by 1080p, and then I did okay, and then I went to start. And once it was done exporting, I put it on YouTube. So basically this is how I made it, and everything that I did to the song. Hope you guys to the instrumental, I mean, hope you guys like it. Please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share the videos, and also leave me a like.